Imagine a sacred place of peace and prayer transformed into a battlefield. Imagine a government sending tanks and soldiers into the holiest site of a religion. And imagine a spiritual leader who stood his ground until his final breath, defending his people and his faith. This is the story of Operation Blue Star and the martyrdom of Sant Jarnail Singh Bhindranwale. Welcome to Time Travelers Anonymous, where we explore the untold stories they do not teach in school. Let us go back to the early 1980s. Punjab, a state in northern India, was boiling with unrest. The Sikh community, which had long contributed to the nation's defense and culture, felt increasingly marginalized. Political promises made to Sikhs were broken, resources were strained, cultural identity felt under threat. In the middle of this unrest rose a powerful voice, Sant Jarnail Singh Bhindranwale, a preacher from the Damdami Taksal, a respected Sikh seminary. Bhindranwale preached a return to Sikh values. He urged people to give up alcohol and drugs, to return to the teachings of the Guru Granth Sahib, and to live with honor, pride, and discipline. But Bhindranwale was more than a preacher. He became a defender of Sikh rights. He openly criticized the government of India for its treatment of Punjab and the Sikh people. As his influence grew, so did tensions with the government. By the year 1982, Bhindranwale and his followers took up residence inside the Golden Temple complex in Amritsar. This sacred site, the holiest place in Sikhism, also became a place of resistance. The Indian government claimed weapons were being stockpiled there. They feared an armed uprising. But to Sikhs, the temple remained a spiritual fortress, and Bhindranwale, their guardian. In June of the year 1984, the Indian government launched Operation Blue Star. It was a full-scale military assault ordered by Prime Minister Indira Gandhi. The goal was to remove Bhindranwale and his supporters from the Golden Temple. The assault began on June 1st. By June 5th, tanks, helicopters, and thousands of soldiers had surrounded the temple. Communication lines were cut. No one was allowed to leave or enter. Then, the attack began. Heavy gunfire shook the temple walls. Sacred buildings were hit by artillery. The Akal Takht, a symbol of Sikh sovereignty, was destroyed. Civilians, including pilgrims who had come for prayers, were trapped inside. By June 6th, the army had taken control of the temple. Bhindranwale was martyred, killed in battle. He never surrendered, he never fled. He died defending the faith and became a symbol of resistance and sacrifice. But the pain did not end there. In the months that followed, grief turned into outrage. On October 31st, 1984, Prime Minister Indira Gandhi was assassinated by her own Sikh bodyguards. In response, organized mobs swept through cities like Delhi. Thousands of Sikhs were murdered, homes and businesses were burned, women were attacked, and the police did nothing. The events of 1984 tore a hole through the heart of India. They created lasting wounds in the Sikh community and sparked decades of political unrest. To some, Bhindranwale was controversial. To millions of Sikhs, he was a martyr. He stood when others fell silent. He died in the house of God. And to this day, his image is carried in rally, sung about in songs, and remembered with honor. The legacy of Operation Blue Star is complex, but it teaches us something vital, that when faith is attacked, people will rise, that when voices are silenced, martyrs are born, and that the truth, no matter how hard to hear, must always be told. Thank you for watching Time Travelers Anonymous. Subscribe for more stories that echo through time. Stories of courage, betrayal, and the fight to be heard. Because the past does not stay buried forever.